And hello, everyone, and welcome out to Walk-Ons Live on a Thursday night. Feels good to be back on Thursday night, Coach, and not those Tuesday nights that we had the last couple of weeks. I am Doug Gant alongside of Head Coach Thomas Bachman, and we are out in the elements. I thought it was raining for a minute, but it's the sprinklers that are out there.
As long as it stays that direction, I'm good.
Thankfully, we're right out here. I think that's the first time I've ever seen the sprinklers come on.
I'm not quick enough anymore.
Anyway, I used to run through them, and now I just sit there. And
it's changed a little bit, huh?
It's changed a lot bit. That's right.
Where'd the time go?
You know, speaking of that, here it is, week 10.
That's the truth.
It
always flies by.
I'm telling you, it just seems like yesterday.
I think on air several times. The days are long and the years go fast.
Look, I'm telling you, it's unbelievable how quickly we go, but it doesn't go that quick getting to next football season. It just seems to be how fast
right.
it goes. It goes right here. We've got 6 weeks left of this season,
That's
so
right.
we'll be here each and every week throughout that. I'm gonna stick by that. I'm not changing from that in one iota. Look, I'm gonna tell you, when we talked about, Coach, back at the first of the season, what a difficult non-district and a difficult district slate it is. District has always been what it is in District 2-5A. The playoffs don't get any easier. They're just around the corner. But just take a minute to reflect on the first 9 weeks of this season and the growth that you've seen maybe throughout from week 1 to where we're at now.
Yeah, I see a lot of growth and a lot of individual players for sure. You know, a lot of our sophomores that are out there playing are not really sophomores anymore.
Right.
You know, the biggest thing that you know, as you look back, it's just been a year where, you know, I don't know that as a team we've gotten a lot of continuity playing because, you know, the injury here and injury there. Or,
right.
You know, just different circumstances that have gone on, just been shuffling the deck a little bit. Now, you know, I look back, we got nothing but underclassmen across the offensive line. And, man, where we were, you know, when we were in fall camp,
grown
they've just grown
this
and
season.
The confidence is getting there. And, yeah, there's been a lot of growth and still a lot of time. I mean, we want to continue to play because we're going to continue to get better. You know, these young kids are growing up, and, you know, these seniors certainly want to continue to fight and play, and got a lot of them out there in the crowd. Try and get some of them on tonight and let you do your thing and let them tell a little bit of their story. But, yeah, I mean, there's been growth, and there's still room for it. You know, we're going to play football. I mean, trying to reflect at this point, you know, it just, you don't, you know, that's not where my mind's at necessarily. So, you know, your mind is on, you know, we still got a lot left to play for.
Indeed. But you go back and look. So the first 2 games, and for a minute, we'll just look back. I know you hate to do that. You're less than 24 hours. I know that. But I want to say that the strength that you guys have gained throughout the year, the character, the integrity, the work that you've got. You look at that Karen Crow game. You look at that St. Thomas More game. Those are teams who, Karen Crow's in the top 5. St. Thomas More is ranked number 1. And these are good ball clubs that we've grown and learned.
Karen Crow 7 or 8 or something.
Yeah, that's right.
STM and Turlings will play tomorrow night. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. STM and Lafayette Christian will play tomorrow night, and if you know, the winner of that's got a chance to be the top seed. But yeah, I mean, I can, you know, see all of those games. I mean, I think back to the Karen Crow game and a couple of plays there, here and there. You know, we get them backed up in their own end and got a chance, and they hit us on a busted play, and it goes for about 85 yards down to the 1-yard line. Was a big play, and then, you know, we dig out of that hole, and we got it 21-14, and we got a big play over the top, and you know, have a chance to tie the score at 21 after being down 21-0 right there in the first half, going into half, getting the ball coming out. You know, just didn't cash in on that. You think back to St. Thomas More being down 21-0, and then, you know, next thing you know, it's 28-20, and you know, we got 2 possessions with a chance to go try and score. So, you know, then Natchitoches, you know, kind of controlled that one from the get-go after the opening drive on them. You know, EA, we came out really hot. You know, I mean, just your mind gets – but it's amazing how fast it goes.
You do, and you get up in that game 27-0, you say, okay, maybe this isn't the EA, but it is, and they battle the whole time. And look at their body of work throughout the season. Yeah, you guys just played probably your best half of football.
Yeah, I think that they're playing Dutchtown tonight, and
Right.
they're undefeated in district. They'll either be a three-way tie down there in that district, or if EA were to win, then they would be undefeated in district and district champs. So yeah, the quality of competition has certainly been there, and I'm sure that they've continued to progress and get better since that game, as we all have. You're a different team from week to week, and we certainly that certainly
Look,
applies.
the
to
calendar
us.
has turned to November, but it has not done anything with these dadgum mosquitoes. And I
Well,
know
the cold's
that
coming
Miss Sadler
eventually, isn't it?
out there has her bug spray. She makes sure when we go out there, and of course couldn't do any of this without Sadler's Towing and Janelle. And what a great member of the community and this family that she is. But she started back early on. She said, "Are we going to be outside? Because I'm bringing my bug spray."
Yep.
I said, "Yes."
Gabe's, who's one of our very own, just had him a baby girl on Saturday.
Yes, grandmother. So
Congratulations, Gabe.
I just so my wife, and look, this has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with football. It does because of the people involved in it. But we've had this discussion at my house as my kids are getting married and getting and things, and so the grandchildren are on the way. And so I talked to my wife. I said, "How are you going to like being called grandma?" And she punched me. And so they're just she didn't really, Miss Sadler. I'm kidding. She didn't. She did. But
Yeah.
so nowadays I don't know. Is it grandma or is it Grammy or what is it? Granny. See, that's old school though. That's good stuff, Granny. That's now it's got to be cute. It's got to be Mimi and Dee Dee and all of these things. And look, I'm just
Gammy's a big one, and Mimi.
You said Gammy or Yammy?
Gammy.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
Mimi.
Yammy because Thanksgiving's right around the corner, and that's look. It's amazing how we digress when the mosquitoes and the heat in November even. It was colder than this 3 weeks ago. We had to go inside.
Yeah, and I'm sure the cold's coming again. It's getting close to playoff time, so of course. We got to handle our business tomorrow.
The Superdome is temperature controlled, so we'll be fine in December. That won't be any problem. Anyway, back to this. But congratulations out to the Sadlers and that grandbaby. So Granny is excited. More folks starting to make their way in. You still have time out here, Coach. Again, so we got in the middle of district came around. And, District 2-5A is what it is.
District championships on the line tomorrow night between West Monroe and Ruston. Both of them are undefeated in district. Both of them have one loss on the year. West Monroe to East Ascension and Ruston to Warren Easton there in overtime in week one. So really quality opponent. I guess they're both in the top 10 as far as power points go. And, regardless of what the outside world thinks, feel like we were right there in both games, with an opportunity. Obviously, Ruston kind of separated there from us in the second half of the third quarter.
But you made a great statement.
And they've got a really good football team.
But you made a great statement about it too, and I heard Brian Kelly say the same thing in the postgame show after the Tennessee game. We didn't come here to play to keep it close. We came here to play to win the game, and so the score may reflect something, but we were trying to win the game.
Yeah, we kicked an onside kick. They recovered it, scored a touchdown off of it. I was trying to think a couple of them late. Now, they earned those touchdowns, not taking anything away from them. But, not ever going to play to keep it close. If there's a chance to win, we're going to keep our foot on the gas. And we're actually having this conversation on the game field today as we were putting the lines down, just talking about situations. And, Coach Laborde and I talking about, games of the past, just opponent that we played felt like they kind of threw in the towel and just like, I don't know whether that was to keep it. This is years and years ago of a game that he was at. Just, you ain't got no chance to win that game if you don't go for it on fourth down right there. Yeah, you're giving it to him, but there ain't enough time left to.
That's right. We're not playing safe.
So are you gonna that it did snowball there.
Are you going to miss the Thursday nights of painting the field next year?
I am not.
Not at all.
I am not.
Those of you that don't know, the turf will be on
next year. The
thing
for us over the years, the paint machines have given us fits through the year. I can remember 2016. I can still remember this. 2016, we were playing on a Thursday night. It's Wednesday night. It's 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. We're trying to get the paint machine. You got to play tomorrow. Can't play football without lines. We're barring it from every school in town. It's just miserable. A big thank you to Coach Bell. We had to go over and borrow Pinevilles today. We're using the city of Alexandria. We've got one that, somebody came in the cage and stole some parts off of. Been sitting at where is it? It's been sitting at Rabelais. They can't get parts from overseas to fix it since June.
They still got my lawnmower.
When you ask me if I'm going to miss painting the field with all the things that we've had.
But that bonding and that camaraderie, you'll have to find something else to
that's
do
right.
to bond over.
We'll certainly find another way to do that, and I wouldn't mind forgetting how to do it.
Right, absolutely. And we talk about that because the turf will be begin getting installed, we think, March?
Spring, March, April, May, what the projected timeline is. Of course, I'm excited about getting all that stuff going.
Where's the 446 Sports logo going to go on the field? Is it down in the somewhere?
That might be beyond my pay grade.
It's on Miss Jody told me it was on the bottom.
Absolutely.
Of the turf is where it was going to go when they laid it down. I said, well,
that's true.
That's where it's gonna be when they roll it out. You'll see it, but as they roll it, then I'm out of there. But it's down there somewhere.
It's going to be because we're foundational, right?
Hey, there you go. Good one.
Yes, thank you, Chuck. That's what I have him for. Hit that mute button, Coach.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
We're going to take a break. Coach, we've not talked about last week's game at all. We'll get into that in a minute, and then we'll talk some other things. Going to talk to the kids and go through that as well. We've got to take a break in here. We'll do that. You still have time to make it out to walk-ons on this beautiful Thursday. Bring your bug spray with you. It's one of those type of nights. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Thomas Bachman Show, brought to you by Sadler's Towing. I've said worse, believe it or not, right here on 446 Sports. We'll be right back.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The 2022 Time Dealer of the Year, Bob Giles, is now the new Hyundai dealer in Senla. Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16,000 new car dealers nationwide.
Hi, I'm Bob Giles, and I promise our team at the all-new Giles Hyundai will do everything possible to live up to the high standards that earned us this most prestigious honor. And with the utmost enthusiasm, we greatly look forward to serving you.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, apparel and promotions in Pineville.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Senla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers. And we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
And welcome back. We are live at Walk-Ons. Another Thursday night means that Coach is in his phone watching some games.
I just was going to pull up a couple of them. Yeah, I love this high school football. I've been in Louisiana. Played in the LHSA, obviously my dad, coaching in it, and, just been a part of it for a long time. As a result of that, got a lot of relationships across the state and just following these people. I mean, I really enjoy what I do. It's not that it's always fun. It's not that there's not, hard decisions. And
if it was easy, Coach, anybody could do it.
No doubt.
That's right.
Difficult times, but, in spite of all that, you love it. You love the relationships with the kids, and you hope that you're making an impact. Anyway, so whenever I'm in my phone, I mean, you're
talk about
you're in it.
You talk about relationships, and you see that all over the area that's out here tonight. A lot of players have made it out here. These are seniors that have come out, and what a great senior class that it is. I won't say that it's been, that it is. Tell me a little bit. So tomorrow night is senior night.
Our seniors, yep. We talked about that at the end of the practice. It's senior night. It's not the end of the season.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not. But
we'll cover that. We'll cover the senior night presentation of it tomorrow night. And also, speaking of family,
at 6:30.
Yep, and so we'll do that. We'll go on the air just a little bit earlier tomorrow night to get our pregame, and then we'll get down.
The weather. I need you to hold that weather off so that we can honor.
We're working on that.
Families,
I'll talk to Nick Mikulus and see if we can get that pushed back a little bit. Got a call from the West Ouachita radio crew and said, hey, it's supposed to rain tomorrow night. Can we come up in the press box? And I was like, who is this? I don't know. I don't know who you are. Now
One day we're going to have a press box where these things are, hey, here's your booth visiting radio. Here's your booth visiting coaches. And,
so the one at West Monroe, the old one, is actually not that bad. It's sectioned off, and that's part of the main thing. But, of course, they're Taj Mahal across the way. It's just a temporary storage. Yeah. They just section it off.
People started making those into, like, mini offices and homes and all that stuff. I would love to – look, I don't know anything about any of that.
Right.
But I would love to see a stack two on top of it, and, I mean, I'm serious. That's kind of – how do you get the most bang for your buck?
That's correct. We'll work on that next season or in this off season as well. That was fueled by that bond that was passed back on April 30th. They had the bond. And
a new wing. I say a new wing, a new addition. I think it's going to be 2 stories to the school. Add some classrooms.
Really, that's great. And the school's swelling up.
School's continuing to grow. We have a great administration. We've got incredible, kids. I think it's the place that you want to be if you want to live in America and Louisiana. The diversity of our school is something that it's the world that you're going to be in, and I think that's our biggest strength is that you're going to go to school with all walks of life. You're going to go.
You're going to experience life. Is what you're going to do.
Yeah, and in so many ways, and I do think that we have really good people in the building that are going to. I've been asked to speak to the freshmen, different years and all this. And, one of the things that I try and tell them through the years, and I would hope that these kids, these seniors that we're going to be honoring tomorrow night would be able to echo this. And then, especially as they get older, in their young 20s and become true young adults and all that stuff, is that what makes this place so great is a lot of people do care about you. And because they care about you, they're going to hold you to a high standard.
That's right.
So don't get the two. Like when
don't
people
confuse.
When people are always on
yes.
you, it's because they care about you. It's because they want what's best for you. It's because they want to teach you discipline. It's because they want to teach you work ethic. It's because they want to teach you all that stuff that's not fun to walk through. But because they care about what's best for you, the standard is high. And, I still feel like that's the case. And, I'm certainly excited about the future of Alexandria Senior High as far as facility goes and, more importantly, the people that we're going to get to interact with on a day in and day out basis.
Okay, absolutely. That's fantastic. Matter of fact, our Veterans Day parade that we're having, your JROTC group is coming over. Colonel Martin and that group are coming over. Just wonderful, wonderful people.
Nobody better than Colonel Martin.
You exactly.
Nobody better. We're very blessed and very fortunate to have Colonel Martin at Alexandria Senior High. I know he's been there a while. Don't know how long he was there when I got there. I hadn't been there, but I don't know.
Right.
The man's incredible.
Indeed.
Ton of respect everywhere you go.
I got to go walk through their building that they have over there, I guess, as you come in the back side of there. Just incredible tradition that's in there in the group, and he demands that respect in there, but he does it in a way that just shapes the future, and you see that in every group.
He's about young people. He's awesome.
So the swim team had some success last week. So a lot of great things. The school is well rounded on there, but the future is extremely bright.
I think that's a very good thing, and these seniors are leaving it better than they found it. And, I know that's cliche, and everybody says that, but
had somebody tell me the other day that he quit calling it cliche. He calls it a truism.
You told me that
because it's there because it actually exists. It's the truth.
Right. Well, one of the things, we go into a visit in the locker room, and last week we leave the locker room, and nobody's going to have to come in and clean up after us. You want to leave it better than you found it. But also, the organization or the team or whatever it is that you're a part of, not just in your ability to pick up trash and leave something looking nice. The impact that you have on a place, are you going to leave it better? Is it going to be better as a result of you being a part of it? And I do think that's the case with these seniors that we have.
I'm going to have to tell you and brag on you a bit on this too, because through the years that I've been there, look, you guys, your coaching staff, y'all don't leave a visiting sideline or your own sideline until it's clean. You're out there picking the trash up and do this to make sure that it is like you left it when it, when you got there.
We don't want somebody, regardless of win, lose, or draw. Nobody's going to have to come in and clean up after us. And coaches are incredible. Kids are incredible. It's so fun. One of the ones that's really taken a lot of ownership about it this year is Jason Blackwell. He stays every day after practice and, gets, the teammates that, obviously some of them have more discipline with that stuff than others, but he stays behind and makes sure nothing on the floor and helps them straighten up their locker, the things that we try and require out of them, I think all that is just discipline, doing what, I don't know, this might be the definition of discipline, but, Coach Saban, who obviously any coach would be foolish not to study and listen, discipline, doing what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it, and doing it that way all the time, and that's how you keep your locker, how you get dressed every day, how you're supposed to present yourself, all that stuff can lead to discipline in the way that you live your life and you play the game of football. So
he's coaching in a pretty big one this Saturday down in Baton Rouge.
Yes, he is. Yes,
Alabama.
he is.
And
look,
that's two premier coaches going at it, Brian Kelly
no
and Nick Saban, without a doubt.
No doubt. Brian Kelly's got him going right now a little bit, doesn't he?
Look, you just have to get that process, and he's getting it out of younger people. And that's one thing that I knew we could segue into is that younger players, just because you're a younger player, doesn't mean that you can't go out and make a contribution. There are a lot of great groups that are coming up. You're playing some freshmen, you're playing some sophomores, some juniors mixed in with those seniors, and it's just from being ready to go.
It's always a good mix. I don't know. We just don't, try and go with that train of thought is because we're playing young kids or whatever that the results. I mean, you play to win.
That's exactly right.
I mean, that's the whole deal. And if you don't believe you're going to win, when do you ever outperform your own expectation? Your expectations of yourself and your own team need to be extremely high, and our kids, certainly operate that way. I believe that they there's no, how many times you come up short or you're discouraged or, there's a confidence when they take the field that, that they're going to find a way somehow, some way, somehow. And it makes it fun to be a part of. And obviously there's been some frustrations at time this year. I mean, nobody, dislikes the losing more than the players and the coaches.
That's exactly right.
I mean, sun up to sundown, pouring yourself into it. So.
Who did I hear say that on TV the other day? He said, look, you think the fans take losing pretty bad. How about these players and coaches? The fans get on their social media platforms or whatever it is, and they're hurting. But these guys that are out there playing,
yeah, no doubt. Imagine
tough.
all the time they put into it.
It's exactly
the
right.
Sacrifice that they've made, and I guess that can segue us into last week. And I mean, as we talked at halftime, and you brought up prior to the show, of that we're battling, and that's what our kids do. There's never gonna. Our kids are going to do that. I mean, I do think that we have that established. But
you made a pretty good point there, following up with that question that said, "Do you remember what you told me after that?"
We're not here to battle. We're here to find a way to, we're here to get it done, and look, we're going to stay in the fight. If we go back through that game, I mean, the sequence right before halftime is a huge sequence where, we got the ball right there on the edge of the red zone with a chance to take a lead, a 13-7 lead, or probably going to go for 2 at that point to try and be up 7, a 14, or a 12-7 lead into halftime. And, we turn it over on downs, and then they go down the field, and, they're up 14-6 at halftime. That was a big sequence. And then obviously, where we get the stop, pin us on the 1, and, we had some injuries, had some different guys in.
Right.
And, so I know who's when we get the punt return team out there, who's in, as far as, and our coaches, I say all of us, our nose guard usually comes off and we put somebody in. So I already see the punt returner out deep, right? I still see Dwight on the field. It's less than 5 yards to go. Now, the punt returner was on the field at corner. We've been playing Jimmy and Mingo and some of them guys at corner, so he's deep. And all I have in my mind, what do you think I have in my mind?
You're going to take
Mandeville.
That's right. Yep.
We're up 12-6, fourth quarter. We get to stop. It's 4th and 3. We got them on their own end. And they don't snap the ball, but we have 12 in formation, 5-yard penalty, and that's when they score the go-ahead touchdown.
And look, we talked about that during the game with you calling it on there, and you're less than 5 to go. And we're thinking, in our minds, it's telling them, say, hey, look, there's no reason to jump here. Just let it go.
No, it was make sure, with the punt returner already out there and the nose still out there, you don't have a whole lot of time. If you're in formation and the ball's ready for play, then you can be flagged for 12 and didn't want to. I didn't know that we had the couple of seconds that it takes to count. I did not want to give them a first down that they did not earn.
Right.
So used the time out there. They punt, get a great roll. And down us at the 1.
That roll was I still think the ball was into the end zone, but you can't you can't see it on any of theirs. And these guys, these officials are right there on it. So what do you do?
Tell everybody's got a role on that field. My job's to coach. The player's job is to play, and the official's job is to officiate.
That's right.
None of us can do the other person's job.
That's correct.
And so they said it was down at the 1, and so let's take that sucker 99 yards and let's
And you almost
go.
did on that first play.
Yep, I had a shot to hit a really explosive play on it, and they bring 7 and get home, and obviously it's but here we go. We're still, we get it to 21-13 after that strip sack to go down 21-6, and
when we were looking when Joe was sacked there, and didn't initially see the ball come out, and I was like, dadgummit, a safety, but it took the safety. in that particular situation because the ball comes out right before he went down. And you saw that. It happened. The ball come out of there right before he hit the ground. That led to that touchdown on there. So it was that touchdown and just a field goal is all that they had in the second half. So the second half strength and adjustments continued for you guys that we've seen all season long.
Proud of the way the defense has responded, to be honest with you, this week. I mean, a couple of tough weeks there, where their back's against the wall and people want to, point out this and point out this.
Right.
And, even us, to ourselves and to them at practice. And I thought they competed their tail off and certainly gave us an opportunity for us to go win that football game.
Indeed. And you guys sit at 4-5 on the season, an opportunity to get to 500 tomorrow night. And certainly
very solid, very team that's going to come in here. Coming off a big win last week.
They're not the West Ouachita.
Playing for their playoff seedings. The weather's going to be what the weather's going to be. Not something we can control, but
one of the local teams have moved their game start up to 6 o'clock, and senior night will start at actually 5:30 for them. So you see that. But again, weather seems. But look at last week when they moved the games from Friday night to Thursday night. And there wasn't an ounce of rain that came down. There was a little bit. The only reason you could tell it is because you saw a few. Right, it had nothing.
Effect on anything
but
last week as far as the rain goes, look, it's going to be what it's going to be. I hate it. As far as playing football, I mean, not a whole lot. You do want it. Please, Lord, let it hold off so that these parents of these seniors can enjoy the walk and the
that's correct.
The time that they get with their son after many years of sacrifice and hard work. You certainly want to honor all that they poured into
and it's a lot of the support personnel that will be out there for that as well. So that's always
place during halftime,
right? While you guys are inside doing absolutely.
But no, I'm want to honor these boys and all that they've given to us.
Got a lot of them in the house tonight, a lot of your senior players.
Get some of them
and we'll talk to some of them.
Some of them have some great personalities. I hope they'll when they get behind this camera. And
we have a tendency to bring that out of them.
That's right.
We do that. We're going to go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we'll take an opportunity to talk to some of those guys. We'll do that. Seniors are here, senior night tonight at Walk-Ons. You're all right. Look, sometimes I do that just to look. So Chuck will get over there, and he's on the button. And I'll start, and I'll go back into something else. And then I I just it's little things like that I do like that just to amuse myself during nights on the shows and anytime we're out here. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk to some of the Trojan senior players. We'll do all of that. You are watching the Thomas Bachman Show, brought to you by Sadler's Towing, right here on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by two walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The 2022 Time Dealer of the Year, Bob Giles, is now the new Hyundai dealer in Senla. Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16,000 new car dealers nationwide.
Hi, I'm Bob Giles, and I promise our team at the all-new Giles Hyundai will do everything possible to live up to the high standards that earned us this most prestigious honor. And with the utmost enthusiasm, we greatly look forward to serving you.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
And we're back live to walk-ons. I am Doug Gann alongside of Coach got up and left. He must have went down and got his and got some dinner, I think is what he tends to slip out at this time to go eat. That's what I believe. But we're joined. Guys, go ahead. You have the microphone. Everybody's turned on. Chuck, all right. Go ahead and introduce yourselves as we go along and tell them your number. Hang on. He's not. Yeah, it wasn't you. Hang on. Let me make sure. There you go.
Tay Fraser, number 8.
There you go.
Ethan White, number 15. And Jay Sullivan, number 30.
There you go. All right, so take me through a little bit of last week, guys. It was one of those pure, typical Ash West Monroe battles, but one that's a lot of fun. We came up on the other side of it, but that game as it relates to the tough games that you've had all season.
I mean...
Look, you were on Jay about being nervous and not saying anything.
I'm not nervous. I was trying to understand the question. I mean, yeah, the question was kind of difficult.
It's not been. All right. So, how'd you like dinner tonight? That's an easier question.
Oh, I haven't got it yet, but I ordered a lot. I'm hungry.
There you go. No, I was talking about the toughness of last week's game, how it's been throughout the season playing such a schedule like that.
I feel like it's been better for us because I feel like if we keep playing tougher opponents, it will make us tougher as a team in general. Because last year we had a problem with playing some real not so good teams, and then when we came up short against some of these bigger opponents, I feel like if we keep playing and keep getting better, it will help us later down the road in the season and going into the playoffs.
Yep, that's what I was going to lead into there too. Tay, how does that type of a season get you guys ready for the playoffs?
Make us better, and like when we play those type of tough teams, when we play them, it put us to see where we at. And if we were to spot a ball again with all those teams, I feel like we'll have a good chance.
Indeed. You look back at a lot of it and say, if we were able to go back and do that again. West Ouachita, West Ouachita through the last few years has been a little more down. They're having a pretty great season this year. It's a solid one for them. How's preparation been in getting ready for that game tomorrow night to finish strong?
It's been great. You know what I'm saying? All the guys been locked in, even the freshmen. We've been talking, trying to, everybody know our season on the line. So, and this with us seniors, we know we can't stop right here. We got to keep going to the playoffs. We got to make it to the playoffs. This is our senior season.
There you go. That's it, Jay. And speaking to you, Jay's the communicator of the bunch. I've heard that. So tell me about your senior season here and how it's going.
The biggest thing with me is it does actually go by fast. Like when I was a freshman, how the other seniors told me, so I want to make sure that we do put it all on the line because this could possibly be our last game. But we know we're going to come through and we're going to make sure it's not.
Absolutely. And senior leadership through the years has always been solid. You look back at these groups that are playing at the D1 level all around the country, left a great mark on this team and this program that's here. What kind of mark are you guys seeing that you're leaving on it as well for some of those younger players?
I feel like we have inspired some of these kids to bring some more energy whenever we can, because there's some days like me or Tay, we try our hardest to go out there, but some days we're dead. And we got people like Aiden, Walker, Caleb Andrews come out and bring the real energy out on the field. And I feel like that helps us with how we do stuff on our defense and on our offense.
Yeah, sometimes when we don't got energy, they got energy. Like them two, they want more than the loudest. Like when we down, they screaming and just especially before the game with West Monroe, they was doing all that screaming and we was it got us hyped. So defense came out there and played well, and that's what we need tomorrow night.
Cause some of us we don't lead through a lot of loud actions and stuff. We lead what we do on the field. But we do need some of those more vocal guys on the field, and I feel like those two, as we've talked about over the season, have really stepped up as them vocal leaders.
You've seen that through the seasons. You have that that type of leadership. There's different leaders because Coach Bachman and I have talked about it too. You can lead through that or through example, and that's what you guys are doing, is getting out there and leading with your hard-nosed play every week.
Another good person doing that is Bryce. Bryce probably the most quiet person on the field, but Bryce is probably one of the best players that we have on our team.
Right.
And a lot of people look up to him, and him playing good throughout the game really inspires a lot of them to keep us going and keep us glued up, keep us together.
How has it been this year, Tay, with your brother on the team?
It's been actually funny because, Tom fly. And I ain't never seen myself. I see myself playing my older brother, but being on the field, my younger brother, I never would think that was going to happen. It's cool. When he makes some stops and plays, I get hyped. It's amazing to play with your little brother in high school, especially on varsity.
That's what we wanted to look at there. Jay, tell me a little bit about the practice this week, getting ready, knowing that it is week 10. Because I know that Coach Bachman has told y'all you're guaranteed 10 games is all that you, knowing that it's playoff. You guys are going to be in the playoffs. We're going to be there. And I told Coach Bachman we got 6 games left. He said, "Yep, that's exactly what we're going to do." But how has preparation been this week for you guys?
I'm not gonna lie, we practice real hard this week. We making sure that we're giving it everything we got, and we making sure that we keep the lower classmen energy up. And just try to make sure that we push through and give it everything we got on the line.
So last week on the show, and to that point, Coach Bachman said that things were going to get a little bit tougher in practice, and it was going to be ramped up a little bit. Is that a fair statement?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's some of the differences that he's done this week? Not getting into X's and O's by any means. Coach, we're not doing that. Anyway, I have to look. He gets mad at me.
He's getting to some of that old stuff that he used to do that us seniors like, because over time we feel like it's cutting back, and we told him to just turn it up a little bit.
Hang on just a second. Chuck, that's real echoey in here. Okay. All right, good.
We told him we need to turn up a little bit. So he's starting to be real precise on everything, and bad body language we're going to run, bad stuff we're going to do up downs like how we used to, because a little bit early in the season it wasn't like that. But we need to practice hard for these tougher opponents come down the line.
How is it, you talk about the intensity of Coach Bachman. Your defensive coordinator is pretty intense himself. Tell me a little bit about your time.
Oh, man. Coach Mercer is so intense. When we don't lock in, he get up downs. We got this drill. It's called
Pursuit.
What it's called? It's called Pursuit.
Yes, sir, I know about
Pursuit.
that.
We do that at the beginning of practice. It's like we run from the run sideline back on the field, line up. We run from the other sideline back on the field sideline. He just get us going and get us aggressive. Like he like to call it like building adversity. That's what he like to call it. So that's what he do before practice, build adversity.
Well, that's been a storied tradition and a part of the practices here, and it's good to see getting back to that type of toughness. Tell me about going against that offensive unit that you guys practice again each week. That's a pretty good 11 on the other side of the ball.
Oh, yes, sir.
You never know what they expect. Like Jalen, he'll speedster off the line. He just go. Mingo, he run his route so well. Like and Joe, he can make you look like a fool out there. Like you would think the ball a lot to you the way he throw it.
And then you get three running
and
for
you get
100.
three.
Yeah,
Cunningham like a truck when he
Cunningham
runs.
a truck.
That's an unstoppable unit right there.
But I feel like as we have this good offense and these good teammates, it's making our defense a lot better than what it is. Especially with hard runners like Cunningham, you got to drop your pad level or you're going to get run over.
He doesn't take it easy on you on practice?
No.
Everybody trying to get their highlights, man.
Right. Now, we've seen just yards after contact and the opponents, when we watch them on the film, and, you know, you're not going to arm tackle. You're not going to arm tackle him.
Can't arm tackle him.
Whatsoever. No, you've got to come up and get after it. And so it's good to see that type of passion with you guys, and we've seen that through the years. And so I ask that question each week of there, and I get the same answer on it, but I like to hear how the individuals answer that question, because each one of them said that, you know, come Friday night, it's not a let-up on there, but you've been battling against that all week long.
I feel like he's one of the best runners in the state. I feel like when I go against another running back, they're not going to be better than Cunningham. So I feel like they're not going to run through me. And I feel like our defense feels the same way.
And then here comes 6 with a little bit of speed on there.
Hey,
JT get that lane, it's over.
Yeah,
when he get the lane, he gone. Downhill, he's gone.
He says he's the fastest guy on the team.
No, he's not.
No, he's not. That's his weakness.
It's
We
me.
can argue that.
Everybody knows me. It's me. Everybody knows me.
Now, you never came in the discussion when we were talking about fastest players on the team.
Who was in the discussion? Eric?
It was Jalen, and it was
JT.
And JT. And JT said he's just a little bit faster than Jalen. And nobody talked about the defenders. I'm just telling you what the way that's went this season.
Jalen will tell you himself I'm faster than both of them.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That's what I do, Coach.
When we in our little races in the off season or whatever, JT's right here, Tay's right here. I don't know what to tell you.
I personally feel like
Tape don't lie, does it?
DB is the fastest on the team. That's being honest.
There you go. Well, that's good to hear. And see, that type of, as hard as practice is, as was this week, you guys are, the chemistry is there, the bond is there, and you're building something special down towards this playoff run.
Yes, I feel like, and especially last week, because last week I feel like we were more glued up on defense than we've ever been.
Yeah, we didn't like when we losing. That's what it shows. Like when you losing and you down, it shows where the brotherhood really come from. Like everybody glue up and you got to stick together, but you got to get through it.
You talk about that. So early in the season, you guys got behind in some of the games there, but you make some of the best adjustments at halftime, because in the second half you've outplayed teams, and it's just you guys are 1 or 2 breaks away from this season being completely different. It's not bad now. I mean, it's a great, successful season, but these second half adjustments that you make, what goes on in there at halftime?
We go in there and Coach Mercer does it all for us,
and
man.
he politely tells you, and
no,
he quietly.
He gets on us.
He get on us what we're doing wrong, what we need to fix, and our job is to go out there and just apply what he told us to do. And
it's not even that. Like him, like when I come in there and I like them hearing me saying like when I'm going off and I'm telling them we got to do this, and they know I'm gonna lay on the line for them, they get the feeling like, okay, he finna go out there, he finna lay on the line, so I got to lay on the line for him too. Like we got to stick together side by side. Like we just playing for one another at that point.
And on our side of the ball, it's like we're a family, cause if we see him giving his all, we gonna give our all too, cause we want 100% effort on the field, because none of us like losing over here.
But, you know, I've seen him respond to that as well, and he feeds off of the way that you guys go out there and play too.
Oh, yes, sir. The great thing about that is, even when we do mess up, he gets on us. But when we do make a great play or something, he's right there with us. Like, he's coming off the sideline, he's yelling, he's cheering us on. And that's what I love about these coaches' games.
So the last couple of weeks, we've seen a couple of those offensive guys over on the other side of the ball. We saw Mingo get his first interception on there. How has it been seeing those guys come and put some minutes in defensively?
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. He's pretty cool.
For him to catch touchdowns, then catch interceptions is crazy.
Pretty good.
I feel like he's good on both sides of the ball, and I feel like him being on our defense is getting us closer with him in general, and it gets us more hype to whenever he's on the field.
We talk a lot about football IQ and knowing the game, and he certainly is one of those. A lot of you guys have that. But in the post game that we did after that, he's taking me through. He said, it was third down, and we knew they were going to do this. He was going to throw that. So getting out there and having the knowledge of it, that's one thing that I've seen all of you guys have, is just that ability to know what's coming.
Well, that's a good thing, Coach Mercer. And also, a lot of us take personal time in watching film and studying.
Watching film with Coach Mercer is like studying, like learning all over again. Like when we get in the game, and it'll be the little things. Like if number one on, number 2 on, we know that 2 is dead. He can't run our route. So we already know like a reverse coming. We know the play automatic. That's how Coach Mercer teaches.
And we know when someone motion over, when you make all the D-line move, or when someone do something else, we got shade this way or pinch in one way, we're able to make those little adjustments that help us win ball games.
Well, indeed, you guys have done that. And look, I'm going to mention this to Coach Bachman. This is probably one of my favorite segments that I've done all year, because you guys, a little bit of nerves at first, but I think it might have been my question, so I'll take that. I'll own up to that. But you guys just look like you're having fun and enjoying this senior season. And let's not let it in. Let's go play, every game like it's the next game.
Yes, sir. This is what we're going to do tomorrow night. We don't have no doubt in our mind that we're not going to lose.
We're out giving 100% effort because we're doing what we love. This is our passion. This is basically our family. We're with them more than anybody else.
What's it going to feel like walking out there for senior night tomorrow night?
Fun. Like when we go out there, we have fun. Like it's serious too, but it's fun at the same time.
The pregame, the ceremony portion of it, as you're walking out there for that presentation, what's that going to feel like knowing that it culminates right here?
We try not to focus on like the bad times. For us, this is not the end.
That's right. You're exactly right.
For us, in our mind, we still got 5 more weeks of football.
Right.
So for us, it's just another game for us. We're going to go out there and dominate and do what we need to do.
Look, that's what I'm talking about. Jay, great job. Ethan, wonderful job. Tay, you guys did fastest one on the team, huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you, look, I'm sold. I get it. The offensive guys didn't tell me that. I don't know.
They be playing with him because he's a little bit shorter than them. He faster than all of them.
Look, I understand a little bit shorter than I get that. It's all right. We gotta just. It's okay. I get that. Look, we're looking forward to a lot more football with you guys before this one is done. It's going to be a great run. Chuck is out in the crowd. I don't know why Chuck's out in the crowd or not. He has Are you eating?
You eating my food?
Oh, he's eating. He's over here with eating. Look, see, that's why he stayed out there.
Come on, Chuck, sit back down. I'm hungry.
There you go.
I know they over there demolishing my food.
If Chuck doesn't sit back down, we can't go to commercial, and you guys can't go sit down and eat. So that's it. But Tay, Ethan, Jay, I appreciate you guys taking an opportunity to sit down with us too. And I look forward to a big, big night tomorrow night. Let's go out and get the win.
Yes, sir.
There you go. We're going to take a break real quick. Final break of the evening. It's already got here like that. We'll let these guys go eat. We'll get Coach Bachman back here, and we'll talk a little bit of that game tomorrow night against West Ouachita. It's senior night tomorrow night, less than 24 hours away. Don't go anywhere. You are watching the Thomas Bachman Show, brought to you by Sadler's Towing. We are live here at Walk-Ons on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Is your vision just not as crisp and clear as it used to be? Are you having difficulty driving, especially at night? Are you over 40 and now needing reading glasses? If so, the trusted eye care team at Wallace Eye Associates is here to help with your family's eye care needs, just like we have been for nearly 40 years. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
The 2022 Time Dealer of the Year, Bob Giles, is now the new Hyundai dealer in Senla. Bob earned the industry's most prestigious award out of 16,000 new car dealers nationwide.
Hi, I'm Bob Giles, and I promise our team at the all-new Giles Hyundai will do everything possible to live up to the high standards that earned us this most prestigious honor. And with the utmost enthusiasm, we greatly look forward to serving you.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
BK Distributors is proud to support high school athletics on 446 Sports. BK is the one-stop shop for trophies, banners, awards, letter jackets, and just about anything award-related. And now, welcome BK Apparel and BK Promotions to the family for all your spirit apparel needs and anything you need to brand your business. When you think of anything you need with your name on it, think BK. Check them out on Facebook or at bkdistrib.com. BK Distributors, Apparel and Promotions in Pineville.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Senla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
Buying car insurance for the first time can be overwhelming. Do you have enough coverage? Are you paying too much? Will someone be there for you when the unexpected happens? I'm Jason Hawk with Farm Bureau Insurance. You may think it's easier online, but why wait? We're here to help you make sure you're covered. When it comes to car insurance, we have the answers, and we may have rates that save you money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK or online at talktohawk.com and let us help you protect your biggest investments.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Appliance Parts Company in Alexandria has all your major appliance parts needs. We sell parts to all major appliances as well as new appliances, including window units, chest, and upright freezers. Appliance Parts originally opened its doors on Lee Street in 1972, and we're now open at a new location on Memorial Drive to serve you better. Stop by, say hey to our crew, and check out our awesome holiday gifts. Appliance Parts, 2208 Memorial Drive in Alexandria next to Target. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 9 till 12.
And we are back live to walk-ons, and the chairs have emptied out. Coach, what a great group that was. Tay Frazier, Ethan White, Jay Sullivan.
Fun to listen to, yeah.
They look. I'm telling you, there's
Coach Russo and I were talking back and forth, just some of the things that they say, and some of the things that we talk about as a team and a group, and just really proud of them. Thought they communicated well and were articulate, and obviously, as you and I talk all the time, the more they do this, the better they get at it, and. I do think that this is important, and what you've got going on and what we've got going on with you is another part of the program, and the more kids do this, the more comfortable they get, and it's an important life skill what they just did. I mean, it's an important life skill to be able to sit and communicate and
well, it shows
articulate
you
a point.
that they understand that it's more than football. You know, these are groups, and those that have watched the show may get tired of me saying this, but you want a group of guys that that hate losing more than they love winning, and it's got to burn in your soul when you lose that game, because that's what's going to fuel you to go get it. But it's got to start at an early age. It's got to start where they're understanding that this program is what we're working for.
Yeah, no doubt, and I certainly think that they understand that. I see John Barajas in the house now, and sorry.
Another one of those articulate, wonderful speakers, too.
Yep.
Barajas has made it in here.
No, really proud of them.
Yeah.
You know, say a bunch, take the rest of the really proud of them. I am. Love them. You know, when it's all said and done, I've been talking with some of them, and now that we're fully into a post-COVID world, you know, I'd say that. I mean, somebody would come back and say it's whatever. We're not limited in the interaction that we
That's
can
correct.
have. Maybe I should say it that way.
Well, if you'll remember back to that time, only certain parts of the team could practice at one time, and then the others,
Right.
and you were
And
sanitizing the footballs and the grass.
It makes you distant, and you know, so that's what they've dealt with, you know, for a huge chunk of their high school career, and you know, looking forward to, you know, as we continue this thing, also getting them back in your home, you know, around your family, and you know, building that you know, that bond. And some of that was taken from these kids.
That's right.
You know, those times and those experiences were taken from them. So to hear them, you know, say some of the things that they said, you know, that there is a, you know, they didn't miss it all. And that, I mean, that's your biggest, one of mine. You know, you don't want them to miss that side. That's what makes being a part of a team so special, is, you know, the people that you're on the team with, and, you know, that it's bigger than any one of us.
I don't know if you heard them say that practice did get a little rougher this week. It was a little more intense. But they enjoyed it. They loved it, and they grew.
Yeah, some of it. You know, we got a lot of reps. You know, one of the things that's changed, too, is freshman and JV ball is over. You know, we played our last game and didn't have anything on the schedule this week, so we weren't making a 2-hour trip for a JV and freshman game, so we got a bunch of reps on Monday and a bunch of reps on Tuesday.
Did y'all practice Sunday night because of that, or
No,
were they
we
off
didn't.
till Monday because that throws the schedule?
Monday,
right.
And, you know, I mean, that's just a matter of, as we grow the staff and, you know, we fully get committed to, you know, staffing this thing to where, you know, hopefully that's a thing of the past, and, you know, we don't have to do that on Monday. But, you know, those young kids, I know that this is a week that's about seniors, but those young kids deserve an opportunity to play. And, you know, it kind of forces us to travel the state to play some of those games on JV and freshman ball, and feel like they're going to serve us down the road, you know, as these freshmen, sophomores, and juniors become the core of the team, and play some really, when you think about not only what, I mean, those freshmen and our freshman JV games, we played some people this year. It's been fun.
You know, one of the things we talked to Tay about on there was how special it was being on the field with Jake, with his younger brother. And, you know, he's doing big things on that freshman and JV ball, and getting some time in varsity. And it's not other than just that he earned his way out there.
No matter where life takes you, those memories will last you when you're older, like you and I.
Saw my two boys, and then one was a freshman and one was a senior at the time that they were in there. To see them both on the basketball court at the same time was pretty special.
My older brother and myself, we actually were on a really good team. He was on defense, I was on offense. He was a senior, I was a sophomore, and then when I was a senior, my younger brother was a freshman. So yeah, those, you know, Tay getting to experience that is something that very few people really get to experience. There's nothing like family, and to do it right there on the same field and in the same position group every single day is a special thing.
And it's all of those games are right there on YouTube for them to watch throughout.
That's
too.
Right.
So we're excited about it. Coach, it's 5 minutes after 8. Tell me about the Chiefs of West Ouachita that we play tomorrow night before we get out of here.
Yeah, West Ouachita is a lot like the rest of our district as far as what they're going to present to you formationally and scheme-wise on offense. Going to be in the eye. the majority of the time. And it's
is that all they run up there in the northeast portion? It seems like they just grind it out.
Yeah, it's a huge part of it. It's good football.
Yes.
I mean, it's complementary football. You know, run the ball, control the clock, play really good defense. I mean, it's got a proven formula for success. You know, as far as Northeast Louisiana goes, and all the success that they've had. You know, and then on defense, they're kind of what we've seen these last few years. I know that there's some tweaks and changes without jumping into all of it. You know, but structurally, it's you know, more of the same. You know, that they've been doing these past years. They're going to play 4 down on defense and. You know, try and play some quarters, keep the ball underneath, try and limit explosive plays, rally and tackle. You know, and they do a really good job of it.
Health-wise, everybody good? Everybody that's been good is good?
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, it breaks your heart for some of the ones that aren't good.
Right.
You know, but they're going to let us stick 11 out there, and we're going to stick 11 every chance we get. And, you know, got to continue to play. Hopefully we got a chance to get a couple of these boys back going. You know, hopefully, you know, there's hope that Josh Marie can get healthy and get back out there, and among others. But, yeah, I mean, the ones that are healthy are going to be out there.
And the one that, look, he's
some of them are going to have casts on. Seems
but
like,
it's all right.
It seems like we've had more, I don't know. It seems like once a week we've had somebody dislocate a finger or a wrist or an elbow, or it's been a year. And, you know, so somebody, you know, take them over to Mid-State and couldn't do
Wrap
this.
them up and let's get back in there.
Yeah, Mid-State Orthopedic and Dr. Crenshaw, incredible to us. We wouldn't make it. I mean, there's, you know, again, we don't have an athletic trainer out at practice, so when you get those things, I certainly don't know how to put it back in place. So can be frustrating at times, you know, the thing, but it is what it is, and we're very thankful to Dr. Crenshaw and the doctors over at Mid-State Orthopedic for all the help that they give us. So,
indeed.
As you said that about health, it just got my mind running. I mean, I don't know how many we'll have in a cast tomorrow night.
Well, it's good to see that technology and time is what it is, and able to get them wrapped up and back out there, because you know that the young men are wanting to be back out on the field. And so
yeah, tomorrow night's what they look forward to.
Right.
That's all the hard work, and you know, and everybody wants to be a part of game night. It's the other stuff that they go through that's, you know, it's just not fun every day. That's just the truth. And you know, so tomorrow night's the show, the Friday night, the atmosphere. It's what you do all that hard work for. So we're certainly excited about seeing our young men get back out there one more time there at our home field.
Yep. Well, we're looking forward to it tomorrow. Pre-game festivities will begin at 6:30. We will go on the air a little prior to that. As always, we invite you not to watch our broadcast tomorrow night, but come to the stadium and support these young men. It is senior night, and you can go back and watch it on a variety of our channels, or take your phone with you and go out there and watch it from the stands. We've had a lot of people that will message us that let us know they're doing that. It has been a wonderful night here at Walk-Ons. Tremendous crowd. Senior night tomorrow night, but it's been senior night here tonight as well. And want to thank certainly Tay and Ethan and Jay for taking the opportunity to come in and visit with us and talk to us, and everyone that made it out to Walk-Ons. We will go on the air again tomorrow night at 6:15. We'll cover the senior night festivities at 6:30. And so make sure that you tune in for that. We'll have that recorded, and then the festivities that come up at halftime. And one heck of a ball game that's in between all of that as we wrap up the regular season of 2022. And as Ethan told us, we got 5 weeks of football after this one.
That's
so
right.
we're excited about this. The dome is temperature controlled, so you won't have to worry about mosquitoes or outside temperature. Guys, join us tomorrow night. Thank you. It's been a play. Coach, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to visit with us each and every Thursday night, some Tuesdays, some Wednesdays, some Mondays, but mainly on Thursdays.
Yeah, I'm good with Thursdays from here on out.
Right, I got you. That's going to wrap it up. We'll see you tomorrow night. Pre-game starts at 6:15. Senior night festivities at 6:30. Want to thank everybody that made it out tonight, our sponsors, and, of course, Sadler's Towing and Walk-On for bringing you the Thomas Bachman Show. We'll see you tomorrow night. God bless you all, and good night.